Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, we've got WWE turning a really talented wrestler into a jobber.
We've got a backstage update on the Judgment Day splitting up.
The real reason John Cena is coming back.
And Cash Wheeler's arrest apparently caught AEW by surprise.
Caught all of us by surprise. I'm Andy.
I'm Phil.
And this is the news. Let's kick things off. It's a slow one today, I apologise. Candice LeRae. The hell was that last night? This is really strange. Really strange. So, Candice wrestled her first Raw singles match in 3 months last night. She doesn't really have a lot of these. She lost it in 1 minute and 17 seconds. She kind of started off attacking Rhea Ripley, who was her opponent. She got a little bit of offense in, but the tide was quickly turned, and in the end, Rhea put her away, barely breaking a sweat with the standing cloverleaf, which is an incredible move, by the way. It's fantastic. But yeah, it was like a miserable one-note squash, turning Candice into a jobber. That's what jobbers do. They lose in a minute to set up the angle with Raquel Rodriguez afterwards. Which, look, that feud is good stuff. I'm into that. And I'm into Rhea looking dominant in matches. What I'm not really into is Candice LeRae being the jobber. I'm sure there were many more appropriate candidates for that role. But I thought we'd come on here and talk about it today because it seems like a really misuse of a talented wrestler who, on her day, is one of the best underdog-style baby faces in particular in the entire company, and who, through her work with The Way, proved that she can be just a smarmy heel as well. Like, she's very versatile. But what I decided to do before jumping on here was just to survey your opinions on this matter. So I ran a couple of polls, as we're prone to doing, and they delivered near identical results. So over on the YouTube community, our friends over there, good booking, bad booking. I basically gave them two options. Is Candice's booking fine or is it bad? Fine, 15%. Bad, 85%. Over on Twitter, we've got 13.2% fine, 86.8% bad. So the world is in agreement that her booking absolutely stinks. What is going on here, and why can they not find a better use for a really talented person?
I genuinely have no idea. Candice's run in WWE has been a bit strange from the beginning. Like, they never seemed to capitalize on what she can be in terms of just the amazing, plucky, fiery babyface. Like, there's been some good stuff in there, but for the vast majority, she's been like stuck in big multi-person matches, in like feuds that wasn't really like about her versus the person. Like, it was all these other things added on top, and they seem to be carrying on that through to the main roster. Like, she had some great matches with Io Shirai on NXT, but let's put it aside of like big multi-person ladder matches and stuff, like, she's not really had a chance to show what like the true Candice LeRae can be. And if you have seen anything of her work prior to WWE, you know that can be pretty goddamn amazing. Like, I highly, highly suggest, if you haven't seen it, to go back and watch her stuff from PWG. I mean, obviously there's the big image of her absolutely covered in blood after being super kicked in the face with a shoe with thumbtacks on the bottom by Nick Jackson. But like, her against the Jacksons, like the match she had against Adam Cole, like she had a whole series of stuff with like the Young Bucks, Adam Cole and Roderick Strong. Some incredible stuff in there. And I just don't understand how they've been using her. Like, I genuinely wore this t-shirt today without knowing that this was going to be the top story at all, just because I really like Candice LeRae. And it's so annoying that she's not been given the chance to properly shine that we know she can do.
Really strange turn of events. I wish they would find something better for her to use. I don't really see a good reason for this. You know, in the replies to these threads, I noticed some people talking about her size and stuff, and it's like, come on, we're not living in 1984 anymore. Yep. Also, being a little bit undersized is really good when you're an underdog, because it's a factor that you naturally have going against you. Yeah. And I think that, yes, booking Rhea Ripley to kill people is fantastic, but it should not be people like Candice. It should be established enhancement talents. And
that's the point of enhancement talents.
Exactly. Bring in a local competitor. Who cares?
Don't
Who cares?
Knock someone down just to raise someone up when you can just do this with anyone. It really doesn't matter. And it's not just Candice they're doing it with at the minute. It seems to be like quite a few people on that main roster, or at least over on Raw. It's odd. I don't quite understand. But let us know down in the comments below what you think of all this, and what would you do with Candice LeRae if you were the old Booker man.
If you had the pencil.
If you had the pen. Get it down there in the comments. But speaking of Raw, the Judgment Day, there's been lots of teasers recently about, are they going to split up? How can they coexist? Etc, etc. Well, it seems like they won't be splitting up anytime soon. maybe later, but not right now. What's his name? Dave Meltzer. That's his name.
That's the guy.
That's the guy. You know him, right? He reported last week in the Wrestling Observer newsletter that long-term plans involve taking Damian Priest out and possibly replacing him with JD McDonough. Said it was sort of probable, but like not guaranteed. Just yesterday, Boozer Wrestling on Twitter came out to say that nobody will be leaving for the time being. It obviously doesn't mean forever, but it seems like for now, right now, there's just teasers and not actually big changes is going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm glad of this. I don't want them to split up.
Yeah, me neither.
I just enjoy their friendship. I enjoy their dynamic on television. They're all just a bunch of pricks in completely different ways. And they have amazing chemistry. They're doing great work together. This is the best form of Rhea Ripley's main roster career. Yep. Dominic Mysterio obviously has gone from completely useless to like a perfect troll device. Damian Priest is in the best form of his entire WWE career, and Finn Balor looks like he's having a great time in this villainous role. And it's really been a sign of like the character he kind of was when he was before WWE, when he was just a prick
Prince
heel.
Devitt.
That's the man. Fergal Devitt. Whatever Devitt, if you're nasty.
If you're nasty.
Devitt's everywhere. Shout out to Papa Roach. But yeah, I love the Judgment Day, and I'm glad they're going to be together a bit longer.
Yeah, I like this as well. I think they're also, like the teasers that they are layering in, I think is going to be perfect for a sort of Damian Priest face turn at some point, because he's the kind of guy who's like, oh, can't we all just be friends? And I think like eventually whenever they do split up, I don't want it to happen anytime soon because I'm really enjoying this kind of dynamic. But like at WrestleMania or like Royal Rumble or whatever it might be, for when he splits off, I think he's going to be in a really good position to have a bit of a face run after this as well. And the matches against Finn Balor will likely be fantastic. So yeah, I'm just really enjoying it, and I just keep these things going, milk them out for as long as you can. While
Friendship
it's still
forever.
Hot and good, friends,
hugs and stuff.
Why can't we be friends?
There you go. Thank you. Why did I say thank you to the camera?
You for being our friend.
Yeah, you're our friend, and you want to know how you can be even better friends with us? Click that subscribe button, baby. That's how you join the friendship circle. But no, thank you very much. We really do appreciate that.
Everybody
helps us a
get
lot.
on board the friendship.
We should have a jingle for that, 100%. Speaking of friendship, John Cena, he's my friend, and he's coming back. Fox Sports reporting yesterday, John Cena going to be on the 1st of September episode of SmackDown. That's next week. Blummin' heck. Big match, John. Of course, we last saw him at Money in the Bank, where he was getting into it with Grayson Waller, and he was hyping up the possibility of WrestleMania in the UK. His last match was against Austin Theory at WrestleMania 39, which not his best offering, but a noble attempt at elevating a younger dude. Maybe that younger dude just doesn't really have it. The reason they're bringing him back, however, is he's going to be wrestling in India. So this is to build to that, apparently. John Cena tweeted following the announcement that he's going to be at the Superstar Spectacle event, which is in Hyderabad in India. It's coming right up. And yeah, he's going to wrestle there for the first time. So that's pretty cool. And it makes sense that when you go into a market that you haven't ran a lot of shows in, you want to put one of your hugest possible names on there. So that's the Superstar Spectacle show. It is, of course, a sequel to the first Superstar Spectacle, which was in 2021. It was in the Thunderdome, if you recall. There was a bunch of main roster wrestlers on there, but the primary function was to introduce the audience to WWE's Indian wrestlers. So a bunch of people like Guru Raj making their debut and stuff. Indus Sher were on there. There was all kinds of people. Shanky making his debut before he became the dancing god, of course. And it was really cool. Like they ran loads of character packages, like background videos, people explaining who they are, how they grew up, how they got into wrestling. I thought it was a really fun show. And I hope that this one coming up is kind of similar and that it actually makes tape. Because hey, it's fun to learn about new wrestlers and try and get invested in them.
Yeah, absolutely. And these sort of the little random shows that they put on in random places all over the world, and always end up being just a good, fun time most of the time. So yeah, I hope we get to see it. I hope he brings out the Lightning Fist. I've been missing the Lightning Fist for a really long time. That's all I basically want from John Cena these days. If he just comes out, lightning fists someone and wanders off, I would be a happy person.
Who's he squashing with the lightning fist? Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
There you go. People would love that.
Hello.
Fantastic.
That'd be good. That'd be meaty. I don't know how to segue into this, so we'll just move straight into it. Cash Wheeler. Unless you've been living under a rock all weekend, you would know that he got arrested last Friday and got charged with aggravated assault with a firearm. Now, this happened on July 27th. He allegedly flashed a semi-automatic handgun at someone in some kind of road rage type incident, as it was described. The warrant was issued on the 28th, the day after, and then Wheeler eventually handed himself in. Now, House of Wrestling has a little bit more to add on this. Nick Houseman over there saying that top AEW officials were completely unaware of what was unfolding. He stated on, Nick Houseman this is, stated on 2 occasions that he was the one to break the news to AEW management and that nobody he spoke to within the promotion knew anything prior to the story going public. He was also given the impression that Tony Khan didn't know about the situation, but that he was unable to confirm this. And the same goes for his good old buds over on Collision, CM Punk, and of course Dax Harwood. Also seemingly had no idea what was going on. Now, he is still booked for All In currently. They did not ask him to surrender his passport, and he has no travel restrictions placed on him at this time. So it seems like everything is still going ahead, but a little bit of a strange one that he didn't let anybody in AEW management or his friends know of the situation.
Yeah, I think when it emerged that the warrant had been issued in late July, and then, we learned about the situation on Friday, a lot of people started asking questions going, did AEW know about this or did Cash keep it to himself? Both raise organisational questions that the promotion will have to deal with and figure out how to approach. It looks very much like the match is still going ahead. We've not had official confirmation of that, but from my point of view, if they haven't confirmed that it's not going ahead, it still is. I'm not going to comment on this too much because we weren't there, and it's obviously a very difficult subject. We weren't at the heart of this, or anything. We don't know anything beyond the reports that have come out, like the court report and the police reports and stuff. So just hope for the best for all involved, obviously, and sounds like AEW wasn't clued in on the matter. So hey, there you go. Let's move over to today's questions. We got them from Twitter today, X today. X. We'll get them from YouTube tomorrow, so don't worry, I'm not ignoring the thread we've put up over there. We'll get to those ones tomorrow. However, let's get on with these. The first one comes from Robert Case Thompson, who would like to know, should Will Ospreay sign with AEW within the next year or two? Yeah, he's obviously wrestling big Chris Jericho at All In. What do you reckon of Ospreay potentially becoming full-time?
He feels like he's sort of an AEW guy already. Like, he crops up all over the place. And his best buds are obviously there in the Aussie Open. And yeah, I'd be well up for seeing more Ospreay in AEW. I think there's a lot more dream matches that you can get out of that. I'm fascinated by this Jericho match. I think it's such an odd mix, but it's going to be absolutely fascinating. But he's always been he's been very true to New Japan for a long ass time now. Very, very loyal to them over there. So I don't know if he'll ever drop that entirely and go full time with AEW, or maybe just do a sort of 6 months here, 6 months there kind of dealio. But I could see him doing more in AEW, whether it's signing full time, not entirely sure.
Yeah, I think we're getting the best of both worlds at the moment.
Yeah.
Because I think Will loves working for New Japan, and he loves being in Japan, and he loves being able to go to the UK for a while and then fly back over. He loves that freedom. He said that a few times. He's mentioned that when the prospect of signing for WWE potentially has come up.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure he'd ever want, at least in his current mindset, it doesn't seem like he's that interested in becoming full time in the US.
Yeah.
So I think the current arrangement is great. He's in New Japan having the high level work over there. You get him showing up in AEW once every 3 months, and it's really cool, and he gets positioned in these singles matches, like the Orange Cassidy match the other year was just fantastic.
Yeah.
And I have no doubt, I know it's Chris Jericho, but it's also Chris Jericho in a big match on a pay-per-view, so I have no doubt that match is going to whip ass.
Yeah.
So shout outs to Will Ospreay. I think he's found a really great balance, and more people now who maybe don't watch New Japan being exposed to his work going, hey, that's one of the best wrestlers alive.
Yep. Slowly carving his own path with it as well.
Yeah.
Like, following a little bit in Kenny Omega's footsteps, but doing it in his own way.
Yeah, killing the game. He's got the character now as well.
Yeah.
To match the phenomenal in-ring stuff. It's a good time to be Billy Ostrich. Our next question is from Kendrick. Just Kendrick.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, possibly. I don't know any other
Brian
Kendricks.
Kendrick.
Anna Kendrick.
That's the Kendrick.
Kendrick Perkins. There's also Kendricks,
No idea
actually.
who that is.
Well, he's a basketball player.
There you go.
Right. This one is Kendrick's asking, is it possible that AEW brings in a big name at All in to get a once-in-a-lifetime pop, maybe a Mercedes money. What do you reckon?
Money.
Big pop, big surprise?
I don't know. I'm torn with this one. It feels like they need something to make it sort of elevate it and make it a bit special, but it's also in a goddamn stadium in front of 80,000 people. It's already going to be pretty special, but it's, I don't know. They have a history of bringing out these kind of people at these kind of shows. Don't they, AEW? But this one, I've not got a read on it. I don't think it's going to happen for some reason.
Yeah, I think Mercedes, if she can walk, I'm not sure what her injury status is at the moment, but that would be sick. She's had a phenomenal debut, that would be.
Oh my God, yeah.
In terms of like bringing in someone who can work, perfect. You can't get better than that, I don't think, at the moment. Look, Goldberg would be hilarious, but I know most people don't want that, so that's fine. I understand why. I don't know if Edge is telling the truth about his contract expiring in late September. Adam Copeland showing up would be the best. It'd be incredible. Like, that is a huge seismic move. I'm not saying I think it's going to happen, because I don't think it is.
Yeah.
But if it did, that would be my favorite thing. Like, proper hair on the back of your neck, standing up type deal. And I need that hair to stand up, because I don't have any on my head. So, there you go.
I can't think of anyone else that would be kind of worthy of that position. Big time.
Yeah, it's a short list, really.
Yeah.
I think obviously there's some New Japan names that you can mention, but again, it's like that's not the kind of thing that is necessarily going to cross over to the mainstream or anything like that. But it will pop everyone in the building.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily going to get like British media going. Kazuchika Okada was there.
Yeah.
Because we've seen those people there a lot of times anyway. So yeah.
So your call.
Yeah. Let us know who you think down in the comments section below. Who do you think could show up? Maybe a return from injury, something like that. It'd be nice to see Ryback, there you go. We've done it. We've nailed it. Panera Bread hates
Bucket, Tony.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be in the comment section later as well. Our final one comes from Arrow of Akatosh, who would like to know, while we aren't sure if Edge is AEW bound, what are your first 3 programs you would put him in?
Ooh.
I got a really good one to start off. Really simple. Edge and Christian versus the Young Bucks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nice. Yeah.
Absolutely.
How could you argue with that?
I think Edge versus Sammy Guevara.
Oh,
be really good. I think he's a kind of a guy that Edge would want to get in there with, and Sammy would go goddamn nuts in that match to make that work. So I think that would be a fascinating mix.
I think Edge versus Adam Cole would be like so melodramatic. It's like the perfect like facial expression guys having like a big dramatic bombastic
Grit versus boom.
Yeah, like that would be fun. Like it'd be fun to watch that play out. There'd be a lot of soap opera and I think that'd be pretty cool.
That would be good.
I mean, I know you just said 3, but Kenny Omega would be amazing.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Like it's too obvious, but you know, it'd be sick.
Edge versus Eddie Kingston. Talk about grit versus grit.
Oh my, that's cool as well, because it's like the WWE style grit versus the raw, rugged indie style grit.
Yeah.
The authenticity of Eddie Guerrero. There's just so much you could. I mean, imagine Edge versus like the hyper athleticism of Darby Allin bouncing off of him and stuff.
Yeah.
Miro going after his neck, like as in kayfabe, obviously not real.
Obviously.
Just so many good things you could do with that guy over there, and it'd be a lot of fun. You know what else is a lot of fun? This video right here. I'm pointing in both directions. It's definitely here. See you later. Bye. Peace. Yes.